Hey y'all, Professor Wyman here yet again, and I'm going to talk about interpreting Jamovi output for ordinal variables. And so for this one, we're using school year. So just as a note, if you're following along with the handout from class, we had assigned numbers in Jamovi to different school year levels. So we had one for freshmen, two for sophomore, three for junior, and four for senior. So this is an ordinal variable, meaning that we have categories that have a natural order, but we do not have, let me write this out here. We have freshman, we have sophomore, we have junior, and then we have seniors. The distance between these categories is not an equal amount. And so that's why we don't treat this as an interval variable. This is just ordinal. So they're categories that have a natural order to them. We know that seniors have more credits than juniors, juniors have more than sophomores, etc. So how we work with this data, when you put this in Jamovi, it's actually going to give you a mean and a standard deviation, but you really shouldn't calculate that for ordinal because what it's doing is it's giving you a mean and a standard deviation of these numbers, which aren't truly meaningful. They're just telling you that there's an order to the variables. So here you can see that our total sample size is 36. And so that sample size of n equals 36, total sample, tells us how many people are in the sample. Now for our missing, 0 just means that everybody responded to this question, so there's no missing responses. We also have a median here. Median, these are our measures of central tendency. So again, our measures of central tendency are measures that tell us about the center of the data set. And they're actually the same here. So this is telling us that the median and the mode are 3. But it's really important not to report the number because the number isn't actually what matters here. What it's saying is that the median and the mode equals junior, because that's the third category. That's all that number means, is 3. The 3 right here refers to the 3 here. Now you can also see that because of this frequency table. This is a common way to represent ordinal data. You might have a frequency table like this. You can see that the most frequent category has the highest percent of responses, the highest count of responses is junior. That is the mode. The mode is the most frequent category. The median would be if we were to line everybody up from freshman to senior, the middle person standing in the middle, or in this case, both people standing in the middle, were juniors. So this tells us that junior is really common in this class, which this is a class that's common for juniors to take. And so this is giving us some information about that. Now you notice that I don't have any measures of variability here. We could talk about interquartile range and we could talk about different percentiles, but it's just in practice not as common. And so I'm really focusing on these measures of central tendency. And then when you have ordinal variables, I'm going to ask you to represent it with a table. And we'll get into making APA style tables later on in the semester. So that's how you would interpret the descriptive statistics for an ordinal variable. And then in the next video, I'm going to talk about what plots we can use and go into more information on that.